Hello there. In this lesson I'm going to show you the Nakhmanson Gambit. We start with e4, black replies with e5, we move knight to f3, attacking e-pawn, black plays knight to c6 and we move bishop to c4. This opening is known as Italian game. Black play knight to f6, we reply with pawn to d4. Next logical move for black is to take the free pawn on d4 and then we castle. Black should also take free pawn on e4 and then we move knight to c3. Best move for black here is to take knight on c3 with pawn. After that we play bishop to f7, giving away even more material. Here, black king takes the bishop and then we bring queen to d5, which is a very strong position. Here black has four options to move the king: g6, f6, e7 and e8. If black plays king g6, then we capture the knight on e4 with queen checking king again. If black plays king to h5, we bring pawn to g4 and it's checkmate. If black decides to return king to f7, we play knight to g5 check. Black may capture this knight with queen, and then we take the queen with bishop. Black may also move king to g8. Then we move queen to d5 and it's checkmate. If black move king to f6, we move queen to f4 check. King goes to g6, we play queen to f7, checking again. King goes to h6, we move pawn to g4 preparing for the queen to come down to h5. Black may try to stop it playing pawn to g6. In that case we move knight to e6 and our bishop on c1 gives check. Black has to bring queen to g5, we take queen with bishop and it's another checkmate. And that is the first option. The second option is king to f6, then we reply with rook to e1 attacking the knight on e4 and involving more pieces into the game. Black may try to save the knight moving it to d6 or c5. In that case we play bishop to g5 check. King has to move to g6 and we actually don't take the queen with our bishop but instead we play knight to h4 check. King goes to h5 and we capture black queen with bishop and also there is a discovered check with queen. Black may try to postpone the checkmate by throwing both knights on the line but we simply take them with queen. Eventually king has to go to h6, then we move queen to g5 and it's checkmate. Black may also move bishop to d6 to cover some important squares and to open the line for rook on h8. Here we capture the knight on e4 with rook preparing the bishop to move to g5. Black may notice this and try to defend by playing pawn to h6. In that case we move knight to h4 threatening to move queen to f5. Black may move pawn to g6 or move knight to e7 to prevent it, then we play queen to d3 creating a lot of attacking possibilities. If black doesn't play pawn to g6 but decides to move bishop to e5, we play rook to f4 check. Black probably takes the rook with bishop, then we play queen to f5 check. King moves to e7, we bring knight to g6 checking again, king goes to e8. We move bishop on f4, capturing bishop and opening line for rook. Here we have a strong attacking position and that is the second option. The third option is king to e7, then we reply with queen on e4 capturing the knight and giving check. If black plays king to f7, we move knight to g5 checking again. Here black may capture the knight with queen and then we capture it with bishop. If black moves king to g8, it's queen to d5 checkmate. If black moves king to f6, we reply with queen to f4, then king goes to g6, queen goes to f7, basically the same pattern as for the first option. If black plays king to f6 instead of f7, we reply with bishop to g5, king has to move to f7, then we bring queen to d5 checking again, king moves to e8 and we take black queen with bishop. King captures bishop, then we play knight to g5 preparing to fork king and rook by moving to f7 and that is the third option. The fourth and the last option is king to e8, then we reply with rook to e1. Eventually we take the knight on e4 with that rook. Our next move is going to be bishop to g5, black may try to defend by moving pawn to h6 and that is actually a mistake because then we play queen h5 check. Black moves king to e7, then rook takes knight on e4 check. Black may try to play knight e5, we take the knight with rook checking again, king goes to d6, then we play queen to g6. Black brings queen to f6, we move our queen to d3 check, king goes to c6, we play queen to b5 check, king goes to d6, we play queen to c5 and it's checkmate. If instead of moving pawn to h6 black play pawn to d6, we take knight on e4 with rook and give check. Black can defend with bishop to e7, then we play bishop to g5. If black takes our pawn on b2, we move rook to e1. If black plays pawn to h6 attacking the bishop, we take bishop on e7, then black knight on c6 captures our bishop. After that, we play queen to h5. If black plays king to f8, we move rook to e1. Instead of moving pawns to h6 or d6, black can also play bishop to e7. In that case we move rook to e4 capturing the knight and preparing for bishop to g5. Black may try to prevent it with pawn to h6, then we can actually capture it with bishop, and if black captures bishop with rook, we move queen to g8 and it's checkmate. Black may also take bishop with pawn, but then we play queen h5 check, king moves to f8, then rook to f4 check. Black may move bishop to f6, then we play queen to g6. Black may play pawn to d5 to open the line for bishop, we capture bishop on f6 with rook, black queen captures the rook and we capture the queen. So that is the end of the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.